All right, today I just want to explain a little process that I went through about finding out how to reverse the downdraft in my flue so I can start my fire without getting my house all smoked out. I started this. I used a lot of paper and cardboard to get the flame going in there and get the heat rising. But this flue on this thing is about probably 25 feet high. I'm in the basement of my house and I have a split entry, so there's another whole main level in addition to it extending out above the roof. So when you open up this door here and you feel the draft coming in, it's a cold draft, and that cold air is heavier than warm air. Warm air rises, so the cold air is a whole lot heavier, and it just fills this whole area in here inside this chamber. And I have a really hard time about trying to get that reversed. I've had people say just put candles in there. That's not going to touch this. I've had people say use the little propane torch, and that didn't work very well. There's not enough heat putting out of that in order to counteract the downdraft. I've had people say put heater in there and heat that thing up with a space heater. And I tried that, but if you put the space heater in there, all the area around it shuts the space heater off before it actually gets to heating up the whole unit and going up the flue. So I tried something different, and what I did was I got me a torch and a propane tank. Now your torch is going to run about 50 bucks, and your propane tank you can just rob off your grill for a short period of time. But that solved my problem, because I can't tell you how many times I've tried to light this thing, get the heat going in the flames real quick, and trying to get that heat reversed, and I've filled my house with smoke every time I did this until I tried this. And once I tried this, I like it because I don't get any smoke in here now. But the clue is you have to kind of, I had to think about what I had to do. I had to heat up this whole unit and get the draft going up the flue. Well, I had a difficulty, and the reason why is I'll show you here. If you look inside of this thing and you look all the way into the back there, where's that? Well, you're having a hard time seeing the flue with this thing, but it's just a round disc back there, way back in the back of the unit, and it's down low. It's angled on the back, and you can't see it from this video. But let me put it in here. You can see what it looks like. You've got this ceiling here, and you can see up here, right up in here where the air goes up. It goes up back here. You can see me stick my whole hand up in there. This is where your heat goes up, right here. So it's got to go up here in the front of this door. It's got to fill the entire cavity back there, go down lower, because the tube starts about right in here, and it's lower than the front. You know, the front is right here. So that tube sits down lower. So you actually have to heat up a whole big area in order to get that unit, that hot air to start going up that flue and having enough force to push that cold air out. So here's how I decided to do this, and it works for me, and I want to show you how to do this. But I can feel this cold air coming down out of here right now, so it's just coming in. See how that flame is having a hard time because the cold air is just coming in. You can see it blowing the cold air all around. And it's not going up the flue, it's wanting to blow back into the room. So I cracked the slider door here a little bit so I can get a draft coming in. All right, then I turn my propane tank on and come over here and open the door. You'll want to open up your dampener, your flue, all the way open to get your draft going. So I got my propane on. I turn this on just barely, just enough to get some air coming out, and light it, and shut this door the best you can. Okay, and then you just heat it up inside of here. And something else that helps is if you put it in the front and heat up the top up here and get that going up in there, so it goes up in top and up that flue. Hear that metal expanding? See how that smoke is being sucked in there now? See how that smoke is being sucked in there? It's not being pushed out here. Okay, your draft is now going the way you want it to go. So now what I do is take my wood and line it up in here. And now I can light my logs with this thing also and get no smoke whatsoever in the house. Logs out to the center. Get the air going around in there a little better. And then I'm going to just crack this door so that the air circulates in there better than just the dampener. So you see that's going in there pretty good. And you can just shut the door whenever you think it's going good enough to stay on its own, and that'll take off here. We can just keep throwing logs on it, and it'll have a nice bed of coals in there after a little while. So that's how I do it. Don't forget to shut your door with the draft coming in, your slider door or window or whatever you opened. And don't forget to shut the fireplace door. And in fact, I'm probably just going to do that right now. It'll close off the air supply a little bit, but I think there's enough heat in there going right now and enough fire that it'll just take off on its own. So anyway, I didn't get one lick of smoke in here other than that first match where the cold draft was blowing the smoke back in here. So this is how I figured out how to do my fireplace, and I won't do it any other way now. This is the catch-all. This did it for me. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys, and enjoy your fire.